Happy fucking Friday, B's and G's. Sorry, that was kind of an odd intro. I apologize. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you're psyched for the weekend. It's a fucking weekend, so 2 days to go fucking nuts. Go fucking ham. What do we have? Let me see. There you go. There's the, whoops, the white wall. Let's see. Down here, Founder's Dirty Bastard. Up there, boop boop. Heavy Seas, Pounder. Boop. These two. So it's basically like a DBag. You know, we all know some dirty fucking bastard that just pounds her and walks away. So the DBag works for me. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Cheers. Happy fucking Friday. Now the two of them kind of get together. You know, they fit together. Let's see. What do we have going on? I'm going to try to be as kind of quick and dirty as possible as any DBag that we know can be. Let's see. I brewed on Monday. I did not get any footage because I was trying to be kind of, I'm not being secret about it. I'm just not really confident. Uh-oh, cry you kids. I'm just not confident in the beer itself. Kind of a long shot, not a long shot, but like I'm making a, or what I put down was a low enough ABV Saison. I used that Yeast Bay Saison blend, a vial of 644, WLP 644, and then I couldn't find a DuPont. I know I talked about this last week. I couldn't find DuPont because they were not, usually in the, right down the street, they have little bottles of DuPont, and they're like a couple bucks a piece. So instead of buying the big, I have one right over there, but instead of buying the big 750, I think you are, or whatever the fuck you are, I was just gonna buy two of the little ones because that's all I really was looking for. I mean, I like the beer, but I wanted the yeast, and so yeah, I mean, they didn't have any. So instead of buying some, I had some Blackberry Farm Summer Saison that I got from my nephew from Georgia. So yeah, I drank the shit out of that thing. I didn't take a picture of it, but it was a gorgeous little Saison. And then I took the remaining glass, basically, and in it went. So yeah, I'm not completely in the business of making videos of me brewing when I'm shooting from the hip, and so yeah, I didn't want to put a video or footage out of me doing that, and then some impressionable young youth or some impressionable young brewer is just like, hey, I could do that too, and then theirs turns out like shit, and then they say, well, Dan did it, and they didn't know that Dan's turned out like shit. So, but I would tell you if it did, but either way. So I didn't shoot it. Dog. I don't want to yell at her. Hold on. I yelled at her. I mean, I didn't yell at her, I just told her.
You need to shut the fuck up!
Cheers. Okay, what else? Let me show you something. So I've got, ooh, if y'all remember, I talked about that barrel-aged, that Cabernet barrel-aged triple. This is right there. Now I'm decanting this. We're gonna boop, pour that off, start again, boop, and build that up, and then pour that off, and then build that up. So it's a pretty healthy bit of yeast. I mean, there's, if you see right here, right, that's, is that the striation, right? There's your yeast, there's your extra nasties, which were in the bottle, I will say. And it also came from the GME. So we're gonna decant that, then stick it back on the stir plate and do it again. I think I did it for 96 hours. So just put it on the stir. I can do my stir plate on a timer for 48 hours, and I did it. It's actually a little bit more than that, actually. I forget. It was a couple days. I mean, it was going nuts. And then at first I thought it wasn't gonna. Okay, sorry, I thought I wasn't recording. I thought it wasn't gonna go, and then I came back down here and checked it out, and it was totally killing it. So, yeah, I would do it right now to decant, finish the decant and start all over again. So I would have the entire weekend, and I could consider brewing something, but I don't want to rush it, and so I'm just gonna let it go. So I mean, I got yeast for days, I guess. So it's doing its thing, and that yeast, that beer was friggin' awesome. And if I can get any of the characteristics, I should say, that I pulled out of that beer from that yeast, I'll be a happy fat fucker. Right here. So I'm not gonna jump cut these. I'm just gonna keep going. This, spill it on my foot. This chocolate milky, coffee milky bullshit right here. This is basically the bottom. This is the yeast slurry. Because I'm pulling off of the bottom of a bucket. This is a, what is this? This is the buckwheat mead. Now, buckwheat mead, when cleared up, should look more like that. This will get there. And buckwheat mead is like absolute molasses, like crazy. This thing still has molasses in it. There's still a bunch of honey sweetness that I really like. I'm still getting some yeastiness, obviously, because I was kind of pulling from the bottom. I just gave it its last feeding just now. Kind of down here all the time looking at this thing. I was talking to Alex, and Alex asked me about degassing meads, and in the meads that I've done, I had never needed to degas. I'm not sure what that was about. Maybe it was just water to honey ratios that I had before that weren't. It could have been yeasts too, because this is a different yeast that I've never used, and so this thing could have gotten. I mean, it has been really aggressive. This is basically down to about 10. And so there's a part of me that, like, I fed it. I didn't really want to bring it down any lower, but it does need some more feeding, because there's still a bit more that I could take it. And then this is going to get some extra stuff too. Anyway, it's still really sweet. I get a lot of honey characteristics, the buckwheat honey out of this, the molasses and dark kind of like rum flavor. But there's still a very floral sweetness. So I'm psyched, but it's carbonated. And what I've had to do is come down here and like just kick the shit out of the bucket. I mean, it's kind of like, taking it for a walk. I mean, I'm kind of just, I'll come down here and walk around and try to clean something, and as I'm doing it, I'm bringing the bucket with me everywhere I go. So I'm just trying to off gas, and eventually once I transfer it over, once I move it into secondary, and then I you know, chuck the sorbet on there and stuff. I won't have to do that anymore, and then it'll just hang out. Hold on, stupid storage. Excuse me, and then that'll just hang out, and in a couple months we'll deal with that. So that's it. SJ Pour, SJ Pour challenge. Seriously, y'all who, you know, every single one of you who watches my videos already knows about this shit. Why do I need to talk about it? But I figure there's that one random person who for some reason randomly subscribed to me and doesn't know anyone else in this community, and for that person I apologize. I apologize that you are subbed to my channel and not all of the other people in this community. So I'm sorry. There are better wagons to hitch your stars to. Yeah, so get on it. I'll be on it this weekend and registering. I'm just gonna go with what I got. Fuck it. I've been sitting on this thing for months, so if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Who gives a shit? My fat ass on a box, who gives a shit? But I'm so psyched to drink all of the other beers from people who do give a shit, who are really fucking amazing. And yeah, I'm so psyched to be a part of this. It's been this will be my 3rd year, and I'm fucking loving every single year more and more. So do it. If you haven't done it, do it. And if you're in it, fucking psyched that you are. That being said, that's all I got. I'm done. Couple more beers coming up in the future. I have some beers that are ready to go to some folks via, beer ferries. You'll get a message at some point in time, and I apologize that it's taken me so long to give you something back in return. I haven't really had anything that I'm happy to share, but you're gonna get something now. So, I think that's it. I think we're good. I hope you guys have a really good fucking weekend. Register for SJ Pour Challenge, because you're running out of time. And have fucking fun. Enjoy your fucking selves. I love you guys. Peace.
The fuck you talking about?